People who were mentioned in someone's self-mutilation note. What's your story? My boyfriend unalived himself when I was 18. He was 19, and I waited 7 years, January of this year, to read his whole note. When he first passed away, I took care of his elderly parents for months following because he was an only child and they could barely function, let alone plan a huge funeral. It was horrible. It took every ounce of strength that I had to get through that time and care for them on top of it. I found the note underneath a bowl pipe that I had let my boyfriend, which he had hidden in a false bottom compartment thing in the center console of his car. I read the first few lines and then immediately hid the note in my favorite book. I couldn't bring myself to muster the courage to read it completely at that time. But what I had read had been enough to absolutely shatter his parents, and I didn't have the heart to give it to them. I kept it for years, and with each year that passed, I held on to more and more guilt. I completely spiraled downwards after the funeral, drinking heavily, putting myself in danger and avoiding the world. I moved halfway across the country, maybe to start fresh, or maybe to run away, I don't know. I kept the unread note. It weighed heavily on my bookshelf for years. I almost read it many times, usually when I was drunk or self-mutilation myself, but I was always too afraid to find out that my fears